Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Well, good for you, George.
What?
I can use an assignment about now. Who's in trouble this time?
John Patrick O'Shea.
Never heard of him.
He's retired and lives here in Hartford. He's been confined to a wheelchair for the past couple of years.
Now, what's happened to him?
At 11 o'clock last night, someone broke into his home and gave him a terrible beating.
Oh?
Probably would have killed him if his next-door neighbor hadn't barged in, scared the assailant away.
Want to give me his address? I'll run over and see him.
Better still, why don't you pick me up here at the office and we'll both go over there.
Sure, whatever you say.
You see, Johnny, I myself am somewhat involved in this thing.
You?
Yes. Well, why don't you come on over here?
Yeah. Okay, George. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. To Floyd's of England, North American Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the wrong man matter. George Reed, somehow involved in the beating up of a helpless old man? Hard to believe. But I grabbed a taxi, that's item one, $1.20, and met him at his office. Then, using his car, we drove east on Maple Drive.
Yes, Harry Marshall. He's the young male nurse who's been taking care of Mr. O'Shea these past couple of years, Johnny, ever since the old man lost the use of his legs and started living in a wheelchair.
I see.
Last night, Mr. O'Shea sent Marshall over to see me regarding a change in his life insurance policy.
What kind of a change, George?
Well, O'Shea's nearest relative is a ne'er-do-well nephew, a boy of 25 or so who lives up in Boston.
Beneficiary of the old man's policy?
No. You see, Mr. O'Shea doesn't have much money, only a small pension and the residue of whatever he was able to collect on the accident to his legs.
So?
Just what he's been paying Marshall for taking care of him, I don't know. But I doubt if it's very much. Nevertheless, Marshall has devoted himself entirely and unselfishly to the old man.
So to make up for the lack of fancy wages, Mr. O'Shea bought some insurance and named Harry Marshall as the beneficiary.
Exactly. But Marshall felt that O'Shea ought to make some provision for his nephew, whether he liked him or not. After all, his only living relative.
Well, this Marshall sounds like a pretty unusual fellow.
He is. He's a very fine chap, Johnny. Anyhow, he came over to my house last night to tell me he'd finally persuaded Mr. O'Shea to change his policy.
To cut in this worthless nephew?
Yes.
What time did he get there and tell you this?
He didn't. That is, the poor fellow must have waited for a couple of hours.
What do you mean?
Well, my wife and I were out. We'd gone to the movies. She insisted on seeing the second feature. A horrible picture, by the way. So we didn't get home until nearly 11:30. Now, here. I found this note in the door.
Mr. Reed, sorry to have missed you, but it's after 11 now, so I think I'd better get back to Mr. O'Shea. Please call me in the morning. I believe I have convinced him that he should name Walter in his insurance.
That refers to Walter Berry, the nephew.
Hope you and Mrs. Reed enjoyed the movie. Respectfully, Harry Marshall.
So, by the time Marshall got back home, the old man had been attacked and his neighbor had called in the police. First thing this morning, Marshall phoned me. Now, here we are, Johnny.
Oh, Mr. Reed, I'm glad you were able to come. I told you on the phone this morning this is a terrible thing. Terrible.
Yes, Harry, I'm sure it is. This is Mr. Johnny Dollar, a special investigator for us.
Oh, good. Excellent. Won't you come in, please? Lieutenant Barley's already here.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Has he found anything that might indicate... Oh, hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Dollar. Here, take a look at this.
Yeah?
The attacker must have come and gone by way of the living room window. Apparently tore this off his coat or pants on his way out.
Oh, Harris tweed.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not a thing.
Where's Mr. O'Shea?
Upstairs in bed. Doc says he's in pretty bad shape, but that he'll pull through.
The doctor left a few minutes ago, Mr. Dollar.
And O'Shea himself hasn't been able to give you anything, huh, Lieutenant?
Nothing. Except that the man sneaked up on him from behind and slugged him. He didn't hear him, didn't see him.
Oh, great.
Somehow, Mr. Dollar, you got to find the man who did this. And when you do, I only wish you'd turn him over to me.
Easy, boy. Just leave him up to us.
Don't bank on that, Lieutenant.
Now, I've got to go back to headquarters. Huh? What do you mean by that, Marshal?
I simply mean that I could kill the man who did this.
Don't try it. Find anything, Dollar, give me a call.
Yeah, sure, Lieutenant.
Oh, would you like to see Mr. O'Shea now?
No. No, Marshal. There are a couple of other things I'd like to do first.
Oh? What, Johnny?
Let's just sit down here in the living room and talk for a few minutes.
You have some idea?
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
No, I didn't say that. But come on. Let's sit down and talk.
Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
In the history of America, the inventor has had a place of importance equal to that of statesmen and other national leaders. Indeed, our inventors, many of them mechanics, craftsmen, or even thoughtful tinkerers, have strongly influenced our destiny. They have contributed greatly to our amazing development from a barren outpost of civilization to the foremost industrial nation in the world. Incidentally, when we think of great inventions, it's natural to think of involved mechanisms like the McCormick Reaper, the sewing machine, or the phonograph. However, some inventions are so simple, one wonders why they weren't thought of centuries before. An invention in this category is, of all things, the universal, all-important safety pin. This was the invention of Walter Hunt, who lived in New York in the first century. Between 1832 and 1859, he created and patented more original and worthwhile inventions than any man in the country. A revolver, a repeating rifle, and a bullet with a metal cartridge containing its own explosive charge. But of all his simple inventions, the safety pin is the most useful. It was patented in 1849, and he gave the patent to a draftsman in discharge of a very small debt. Somehow there must be a way.
And now, Act two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Wrong Man Matter.
Now, what time did you leave this house last night, Marshal?
A few minutes of 10. I went over to see Mr. Reed here to tell him about a change that Mr. O'Shea had finally agreed to make in his insurance. It was something Mr. Reed and I had discussed before.
Yes, but as I told you, Johnny, my wife and I were at the movies.
Yeah, George. Had Mr. O'Shea gone to bed by then, Marshal?
No, sir. He was sitting here in the living room, in his wheelchair, of course, watching television. He always stayed up late watching television. And, well, to be honest about it, he usually slept through most of it.
That I can understand.
So I quietly left and I went over to Mr. Reed's home. When I found they were out, well, when 11 o'clock came around and they still hadn't returned, I decided I'd better come back here.
Go on.
When I got here, I found the front door wide open. Inside were Mr. Wakely from next door and a couple of policemen. And there's poor old Mr. O'Shea.
That neighbor, Mr. Wakely, did you say?
That's right, Stuart M. Wakely. In other words, me.
I didn't hear you ring, Mr. Wakely.
Time like this, you expect me to be formal, young man? And who are you, sir? Another policeman? Plainclothesman?
Mr. Dollar is an investigator for my insurance company, Mr. Wakely. I'm George Reed.
Why didn't you send for me, Marshal?
What was that?
This man Dollar would probably want to know just what I found here last night while you were out gallivanting around someplace instead of being here where you should have been taking care of that old O'Shea.
I beg your pardon.
Well, weren't you?
I hardly see it's any business of yours. But I just happened to have been out on an errand for Mr. O'Shea.
Well, all right.
Which reminds me, Mr. Reed, you will make the changes in the policy, won't you?
Oh, well, of course.
Well, all I got to say...
Yeah, go ahead and say it, Mr. Wakely.
...is that if it wasn't for me coming over here the way I did, old man O'Shea'd be dead as a doornail right now. Not that I'd cared particular.
Just how was it you happened to come over here last night, Mr. Wakely? Are you in the habit of dropping in here at all hours?
On that old crackpot O'Shea? Well, I am not.
Good heavens, no. It's the first time Mr. Wakely ever so much as entered this house. After all.
Just what time did you get here, by the way?
Well, not more than 2, 3 minutes after 11 o'clock.
You're sure of that?
Well, of course I'm sure. I've been trying, you hear me? I've been trying to hear the 11 o'clock news on the radio. Trying. That's the reason I come.
Marshal, that's the same time ready to leave George Reed's home and come back here.
Yes.
Like I started to say, the reason I come over here was to tell that crazy old man to turn down his television.
What?
Inconsiderate old fool. Night after night, that dang thing squawking away so loud you can hear it all over the block. driving me and everybody else out of their mind.
Mr. O'Shea is slightly hard of hearing, Mr. Wakely.
Slightly.
Now, Mr.
Didn't I
Wakely.
call you on the telephone, Marshal, almost every single night and beg you to turn that thing down and I'd come over and do something about it?
Yes, you certainly did.
But a lot of good it done me. So that's why I come over here last night, Mr. Dollar, to tell the old man and this smart young whippersnapper that if they didn't turn down that TV and leave us there some peace around here...
Yes, I'm sure. Now, would you
But
please...
when I got up on the porch, I heard the old coot hollering for help. Even over that squawk box, I could hear him. And I heard his wheelchair fall over, and him still yelling for help.
So what did you do?
So I banged on the door, and I finally busted it open. And, well, you know what I found in here.
Just what did you find?
Old man O'Shea, laying there on the floor, all cod, and that window back of him wide open.
And you called the police?
Yes, sir. And that's when Marshal, that should have been here taking care of him, that's when he come in.
And, of course, I sent for the doctor.
And, Marshal, you have no idea who might have done it.
I wish to heaven I had.
I'll tell you this, mister.
Yes?
Everybody living on the block, everybody in range of that noise machine would have been willing to murder him for it. Yes, sir.
Even you, Mr. Wakely?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I shoot. No, wait, I didn't mean that.
You sure?
Now, listen carefully.
Motive? Opportunity? Let's give a little thought to that, huh?
We'll return to Johnny Dollar in a moment. The two men approach each other. Cautiously. Intently. A fearful murmur sweeps through the crowd. Women and children scurry for cover. The two men stop about 30 paces apart. Silence fills the street. Each man's hand hovers over the pearl handle in his holster. And at an unheard signal, pistols are drawn. 2 shots ring out, and one man falls to the dusty street, dead. The hero holsters his weapon and ambles toward the saloon. Thus ends or begins the great source of American entertainment, the Western. Although glamorized now, the six-shooter did play an important part in the settling of the West. The man responsible for that ingenious weapon was Samuel Colt. Born in 1814, Colt, as a child, had an insatiable interest in gunpowder and the weapons that used it. As a young man, he was dissatisfied with the current one-shot pistols then in use. One day he remembered a sea voyage he had taken when he was 13, and how he had been fascinated by the ship's paddle wheel. Why not use a similar wheel in a pistol? Working feverishly, he finally perfected a weapon with a rotating barrel of 6 chambers. Thus, the six-shooter was born. Like most inventions, however, it took time to gain the public's acceptance. The opportunity came. War with Mexico was declared in 1846, and soldiers returning from the war told of the great success they had had with the Colt 45. Soon, the Texas Rangers adopted the repeating pistol in their many battles with the Indians. Samuel Colt, an inspired American with a philosophy that somehow there must be a way. Let's find it.
Now listen, you. I don't know what you're trying to prove. I mean about me, but I warn you, Dollar.
Warn me, Mr. Wakely?
That's right. You accuse me of anything, I'll make you mighty sorry you did. You see what I mean?
Johnny. Good heavens. Oh, no, wait a minute. Have you got a license for that thing, Mr. Wakely?
You bet I have, ever since I was a bank messenger. And if you think I wouldn't use it to protect myself...
Or to quiet an old man who was disturbing you?
Stop talking like that.
But then when you realized you'd gone too far...
Shut up!
Okay. Just take it easy and let me have that.
Sorry.
Good Lord. Mr. Dollar. Mr. Dollar, if he is the one...
All right, take it easy.
I'll kill him.
Oh, no, you won't, George.
Yes, John.
Call Lieutenant Barley to come back here and take over.
Yes.
And, Marshal, you keep an eye on Wakely while I go up and talk with Mr. O'Shea.
Don't worry, Mr. Dollar.
And that means don't lay a hand on him.
Even after what he's done?
That's right.
But listen...
We haven't proved anything
But
yet.
good heavens,
Look,
man.
I'm in charge here now, and you'll take orders from me, understand? Well?
Yes, sir.
All right. I started up the stairway, hoping Mr. O'Shea would be in condition to talk. But then, suddenly, something I'd overlooked from the very beginning. Hey, George, come here a minute, will you?
Yes, Johnny.
Come here. Hey, look, tell me one thing before you make that phone call.
Yes?
Just when did you and your wife decide to go to that movie last night?
What?
Well, come on.
Well, it was after dinner. We had no other plans. We weren't expecting any... Now, what does that mean?
Plenty, George, plenty. A quick look in Mr. O'Shea's room told me he was out like a light. No doubt the doctor had given him something to make him sleep. But that was all right by me. I had other ideas now. I located...
Meantime, you're to keep an eye on Mr. Wakely.
You are, George.
What?
I gotta leave you two for a few minutes, and keep an eye on Marshall, too.
On me, Mr. Dollar?
I don't want Mr. Wakely harmed. Just see that he stays here. Marshall, if I come back and find that you've so much as touched him...
I gave you my word.
Okay. See that you keep it.
Why, yes, Mr. Marshall keeps the room for himself right upstairs.
Good. Then if you don't...
Clean-cut young man, ain't he?
Is he?
Don't use the room very much, though.
Yeah, well, if
Just
you'll...
a place for him to relax and be alone by himself now and then.
Yeah.
No, after having to spend all the rest of his time nursing that old man he works for.
Take me up to his room, please, will you?
Well, now, I don't know.
All right, here, my credentials.
Hey? Johnny Dollar?
Yes.
Special investigator?
Yes, that's right. Let's go, please.
You mean he's in trouble, Mr. Dollar?
I didn't say that.
Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't. Harry Marshall's a mighty nice young man, devoting all his time to that Mr. O'Shea.
Yeah.
Not every young fellow these days. Now, here we are.
Where does he keep his clothes?
Hey? Oh, we're
Oh,
right
yes,
over...
here it is.
We don't keep very many. Say, now, that's a nice-looking one. Here is tweed, ain't it?
Yeah.
But now, look. See?
Yeah, I see.
Ask me. He should have had that mended.
Ask me, it's his ways he should have mended.
What?
Dollar, where you been?
On a little errand, Lieutenant.
Just got back here myself. And I see you've nailed down the man we're after. I mean, nailed him down. Wakely's still out cold.
I just started to tell the lieutenant what went on here, Mr. Dollar.
I must say I wouldn't have suspected him.
Well, I guess there's no question, is there, Mr.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, I see you found the coat that was torn when he escaped out the window. Where'd you find it?
In a little rooming house over on South Elm.
I see. Well, I don't.
Marshal, your suggestion that Mr. O'Shea had another beneficiary to his policy was real smart. Worthless nephew. That way, even if your plan failed, not too much of the money would be diverted away from you.
His plan, Johnny.
But, of course, if Mr. O'Shea were to die or be murdered before the change was made in the policy, why, nobody in the world would think to suspect you.
You don't think young Marshall was in this, too?
It was a one-man job, Lieutenant. Fortunately, it failed. Because of Mr. Wakely.
Huh?
Yeah, you better call a doctor, George. I'm afraid I must have hit Mr. Wakely pretty hard.
Now, look here, Dollar.
Tell me, Mr. Dollar. What, well, I guess the expression is tipped you off.
Marshall?
You must have been waiting for your opportunity very patiently, Marshal. You must have checked on George Reed very carefully to make sure he wouldn't be home when you called on him to establish your alibi.
Will somebody please tell me?
Now, look, Johnny, how is he to know that my wife and I were out to a movie last night? I didn't tell him where we'd been until he phoned this morning.
But the note he left on your front door said...
Pretty stupid of me, wasn't it?
Yeah. Got a pair of handcuffs, Lieutenant?
I sure have.
They won't be necessary. Congratulations, Mr. Dollar.
So, George, having saved your company from having to pay off the old man's insurance, well, how much is my fee going to be? If it's big enough, of course, I'll forget all about the... Wait a minute. What expense account? A lousy buck for the trip over to your office this morning? Not me. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, G. Stanley Jones, Chet Stratton, Sam Edwards, and Junius Matthews. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, my name is Parley Barron. I'm calling from Hollywood.
Hollywood? What insurance company, Mr. Barron?
None. You handle all investigations for Eastern Liability and Trust.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Well, I am sure that they'll be calling you in shortly.
What about, sir?
A little matter of embezzlement.
Oh?
Nearly $10,000 that's been stolen from the Berkeley Furniture Manufacturing Company there in Hartford.
You're connected with Berkeley Furniture?
No, actually I am not.
Then what's your connection with this embezzlement?
I suggest you check with Berkeley and, of course, the insurance company.
Of course.
When you have learned the facts from them, I am sure you will find it of the utmost importance to contact me.
You sent in Hollywood?
Yes. Goodbye, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, but where in Hollywood? Hello? Hello? Well, he's a lot of help.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Eastern Liability and Trust Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Hollywood mystery matter. Expense account item 1, 10 cents for a phone call to Hal Speidel, who's my regular contact at Eastern Liability and Trust.
Well, hi, Johnny. Nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, nice to talk to you, Hal. Listen, have you received a report of loss from the Berkeley Furniture Manufacturing Company?
Well, they're a client of ours, but no. What makes you ask a thing like that?
A phone call I just got.
They called you direct?
Well, somebody did. A man by the name of Parley.
Wait a second. Yes, Miss Turner. Who? Hold everything, Johnny.
I'm holding.
Hey, what did you say? When? We'll find out how much. Johnny.
Yeah?
You've got an assignment, boy, and it's Berkeley Furniture Manufacturing Company.
Embezzlement?
Yes.
10,000?
But how you found out about it? Listen, they just found out about it themselves, so get on over there and see what goes, will you?
Hal, will do. Yeah, my informant, the man who'd called me, had really known something. But how to locate him? Item 2, $1.45, taxi to the Berkeley plant on the northwest edge of town. It's a small company, but an old one. When I flashed my credentials to the receptionist, I was immediately shown into the office of the high and mighty himself.
Well, I must say your insurance company acts very promptly, Mr. Dollar. Sit down, sir.
Thanks, Mr. Berkeley.
I'll get straight to the point, sir. We've suffered a considerable loss.
Yeah, so I understand from Hal Speidel at Eastern Liability and Trust. $10,000, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, nearly $10,000. But I don't recall mentioning the amount to Mr. Speidel. In any event, Mr. Dollar, what I want is that money back. I don't care what you do with the thief.
All right, have you any idea who took it, Mr. Berkeley?
I certainly have. The ungrateful...
Who, sir?
One of our bookkeepers, a gentleman who has been with the company over 30 years. What are you smiling about, Mr. Dollar?
Well, he's stolen this money from you, but you still call him a gentleman.
Because I always thought he was. Did his job, never complained.
That's your measure of a gentleman, huh?
Eh? What's that?
How much money did he earn, Mr. Berkeley?
$65 a week. What difference does it make?
Just wondered.
An old man living alone was plenty for him.
Unless, of course, he was gambling, something like that.
Gambling? Him? Of course not. He never had enough money.
Trouble at home, maybe? Is he married?
No. He'd never be able to support a wife.
After 30 years with your company?
I paid him as much as I thought he was worth.
Yeah. Or as little as you thought you could get away with.
That is really no concern of yours. Return of the money is.
All right. Where does he live, Mr. Berkeley?
In a small apartment on the north side of town.
And when did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. Said he had to see his doctor in the afternoon. Yes, it's against my usual practice, but I let him off.
Mm-hmm. But of course you decided to dock his pay.
Naturally. I have to keep discipline in a place like this.
Oh, sure.
And this morning, when I opened the safe, I discovered that the money was missing. $9,984.75. The cash that we had on hand for emergencies. I also discovered that he hadn't come to the office. So I phoned his apartment.
And?
I learned that our respected gentleman bookkeeper left town yesterday afternoon, bag and baggage.
That doesn't necessarily mean that he took the money.
I'd like to know why not.
Well, was he the only one who had access to the safe?
Of course not. All of the bookkeepers have.
How many of them? Others, I mean.
3. But you think for 1 minute they'd dare take that money and then come back here and face me?
Maybe you got a point there.
What?
Have you notified the police of this loss?
No. I prefer that the whole thing be kept as quiet as possible for the sake of my company's reputation. Please, remember that, sir.
Whatever you say, Mr. Berkeley.
That's why I have no desire to prosecute him, why I'll refuse to even file charges, as long as I get the money back.
Yeah. Now, what's his address?
11231 North Maple Street.
11231.
But as I told you, he isn't there. He's left town.
Yeah, you told me. How old a man is he?
In his 60s. But what difference does that make? Oh, and, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
Just how did you happen to know about this so soon? I mean the amount that was stolen.
From somebody who called me on the phone.
Oh?
Somebody who apparently knew a good deal about it. If I can locate him, get in touch with him, he can probably be a lot of help in running down this Come to think of it, you haven't told me what his name is.
The bookkeeper? The embezzler?
Yeah.
Barron, sir.
What?
Yes. Parley Barron.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Hollywood Mystery Matter.
So the embezzler of the $10,000 was Parley Barron, the same man who'd called me on the phone. Apparently called me before the company even knew the money was missing. And he'd had the audacity to inform me that I should contact him. Yeah, somewhere in Hollywood. Which is like saying the needle is somewhere in the haystack. Item 3, $250 for a taxi to the little apartment house on North Maple Street. I paid off the driver, then walked into the open foyer and looked for the usual bank of mailboxes to find out which apartment was Parley Barron's.
Hey, you want me to wait for you, mister?
No, it's all right, driver. You go ahead if you want to.
Okay, let me see.
Now, let's see. Nelson, Davis, Parrots. Oops.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
That's all right. Spaulding, Pierce, Robeson.
Taxi, wait a minute.
Oh, here we are. Barron, apartment 103.
Just a minute, young man. Are you a salesman?
Oh, no. I was just looking up the apartment number of Mr. Parley Barron.
Well, he ain't here, mister.
You're sure?
No, sir. He left here bag and baggage yesterday afternoon.
Any idea where he went?
No. Who are you? Cops or something?
Here. My credentials.
Johnny Dollar Insurance.
Yeah, that's right. Now, look, I want you to let me into his apartment.
Well, yes, sir. Right this way. Something wrong, Mr. Dollar?
No, just a routine investigation.
Oh, well, I was sure he'd done nothing wrong.
Oh, why do you say that?
Why, nice, quiet old man like him, why should he? Only excitement he ever has is when his niece comes to visit with him.
His niece?
Yes, sir. Name's Virginia. Jenny Lockhart. Wonderful girl. Sort of drops in here to look after him once in a while, cook him a good meal. Now, here we are.
Well, it sure looks like he left in a hurry. Closet's open, doors pulled out. Where can I find this niece you mentioned?
Why, didn't you see her when you just came in?
That girl who bumped into me down in the lobby, that was Jenny Lockhart?
Well, it must have been. Guess she dropped in for a visit with her uncle, found him gone, and then lit out again.
And I didn't have sense enough to get a good look at her.
Well, now, here's a picture of her, mister. Sent it to him from her vacation last winter.
Vacation, huh? Blue sky and palm trees.
Down in Hollywood, I understand.
Is that where she's headed for now?
Well, now you got me there.
Wait a minute.
Yeah? What's that you picked up, mister?
It was a note, I guess. Yeah, it's addressed to her. Ginny, my dear. The doctor you had me see has finally told me the truth. Is this his handwriting?
Yeah, that's his, all right.
He's finally told me the truth. I have less than a week to live.
Oh, my.
And so for the first time in my life, except for some happy moments with you, I'm going to really live. Make up for some of the things I've had to miss all these years.
Well, say now.
Yes. You may have some idea where I've gone, but please, please, dear, don't try to follow me. Your loving Hollywood.
Yeah, like I said, that's what...
And she ran off with the taxi I had.
Oh, you want me to call you a taxi, mister?
I sure do, brother, and fast. Item 4, $7.50 for a trip to the airport that should have got the cabbie locked up for life. We ran every stoplight along the way. So what happened? I got there just in time to see a plane taking off. And the man at the ticket counter politely informed me that Virginia Lockhart was among the passengers headed for New York. And where would she go from there? Hollywood. I'd bet my last nickel on it. Yeah, and she could lead me to the man I was after. I checked the schedules of all the airlines leaving New York. If I took the next plane out of Hartford, I could barely make a flight out of New York to the West Coast. In other words, Hollywood. Item 5, $162.80 for a through ticket. When we arrived in New York, where I had only seconds to change planes, I was the first one off. And then I saw her. She was boarding a plane from another ramp. By breaking a couple of records for the 100-yard dash and bulling my way through the gate, I managed to climb aboard just as the doors were being closed. A quick flash at my credentials kept the stewardess from throwing me off, and in a couple of minutes we were airborne.
Now, I guess we'd better make some arrangement about your ticket, sir.
Huh? Tickets?
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, here, I already have it. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. I'll just... Mr. Dollar?
Yeah?
I'm sorry, but this ticket is for Los Angeles.
Well, sure, that's where I'm going.
Well, not on this plane, I'm afraid. This is a non-stop flight to Miami.
What?
Yes, sir. Miami, Florida.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Hollywood Mystery Matter.
Wait a minute. This plane is headed for Florida?
Yes, sir. Non-stop flight to Miami.
But I thought this was... Look, I gotta get to Los Angeles, to Hollywood.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, not half as sorry as I am. So what do I do now?
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much you can do. So why don't you go up in the cabin where there's one extra seat and, well, just relax and enjoy it.
Okay, miss. Great. I'd been so sure it was Virginia Lockhart I'd seen climb aboard this plane, that she'd lead me to her uncle in Hollywood, to wherever he was in Hollywood. So what happened? I was stuck aboard a plane to Miami. All right, I took the advice of the stewardess and walked forward into the cabin to find a seat. And for once, luck was with me. The one vacant seat in that whole plane was right next to, yeah, you guessed it, to Ginny Lockhart. But why Miami? Could she possibly know that I was on the trail of Parley Barron? Was this a trick to lead me off his trail? I decided there was only one thing to do, play it like I hadn't the least idea in the world who she was, and at the same time, see if I could learn anything from her. As long as we're seatmates on this trip, we may as well know each other. My name's Johnny, Johnny Dollar.
How do you do, Mr. Dollar?
Be kind of nice to get on down south and away from all the snow and cold, won't it? Would you like some champagne? I understand all I have to do is flag down the stewardess, and she'll be... how about it?
No, thank you.
Well, excuse me for saying so, but you look worried about something.
I'm sure it wouldn't interest you.
No, maybe not. But, sometimes it does a lot of good to cry on somebody's shoulder, and since we'll probably never see each other again after this trip, and, well, I have a good broad shoulder.
Thank you, but it's not necessary.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Going down to Florida for a vacation?
No. I'm going to Florida to try to save somebody's life.
Oh?
But I'd rather not talk about it.
And she didn't. Or did she talk about anything else during the rest of the flight? As we came into Miami, I decided the only thing I could do was transfer to a plane for Los Angeles and hope for the best. But she was my only real lead to Parley Barron. And if I left her here and went on to Hollywood. So I changed my mind. I decided to stay with her. Item 6, $9 even for a taxi that followed hers out of Miami Airport, then headed north. And where do we end up? Hollywood. Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood by the sea. And the Diplomat Hotel. I watched her make inquiries at the desk, heard the clerk tell her room 716. I managed to get an elevator before she did. By the time she reached the door of 716 and raised her hand to knock, I was standing right beside her.
Mr. Johnny Dollar, what are you doing here?
I've been following you, Ginny,
Why?
to find your uncle, Parley Barron, who stole $10,000 from the company he was working for.
He what?
Yeah. And unless I'm all wet, this is the door to his suite.
You say he stole...
I found the
he
note
stole-
he'd written to you, Ginny, back at his apartment in Hartford.
Mr. Dollar, Johnny...
Yeah, and it all ties up, including his phone call to me. It was to make me think he was headed for Hollywood, California, to throw me off, give him time.
Please listen to me.
He said that for once in his life, for the few remaining days of it, he was really going to live it up. So he came here, to the Hollywood that you told him about. Came here for one last desperate, glorious fling.
Listen, that's what he thought. But don't you see...
And the
by
more I've thought about that crummy, penny-pinching outfit that he worked for 30 miserable years, the more I hated this assignment. Hated the thought of having to deprive that poor old man of this one last chance to get some fun out of life. Because all I know about him is that he's a decent sort who's been taken advantage of.
He's a wonderful man. And he's been a good man all his life.
Jenny, don't you see? Unless I get him return the $10,000 to his firm...
Johnny, listen. He can't have spent $10,000, and I'll make up the rest.
Sorry, Jenny.
You're not the police. You're not the law.
But I have a job to do.
Does that dirty old company want the money? Or does it want him? Johnny?
For the sake of my company's reputation, that's why I have no desire to prosecute him. Why I'll refuse to even file charges as long as I get the money back.
Johnny, if I give you enough to take the $10,000 back to them?
Okay, Jenny, it's a deal.
Oh, thank you. I'm awfully glad. And because of something else, Johnny.
Oh?
The reason why I was looking for him.
What do you mean?
The new doctor I'd had him go to a couple of weeks ago, my doctor. He gave him a lot of tests. Then Uncle went back to see him yesterday afternoon.
Yes, I understand.
It was to find out the result of the tests, and the doctor told him wrong. The lab reports had got mixed up.
You mean that he isn't going to die?
No. And the doctor tried to call him, but couldn't reach him, so he called me. That's why I went to his apartment. But he'd left, so I came down here to try to find him. I tried to tell you, Johnny, because... Well, don't you see he's going to be all right?
Well, then, Jenny, I guess that leaves only one more thing to be done.
What, Johnny?
Tell him the good news. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker for a good-looking girl. And maybe this makes me an accessory to the crime. But you know something? And you can blame it on the holiday season, anything you like. I don't care. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford. Well, a happy new year to you, too. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment.
Because of another adventure in Hollywood, Florida. But that one you'll have to read about in the February issue of Harper's Bazaar. It's just out, so grab a copy, will you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Gene Tatum, Harley Bear, Forrest Lewis, Junius Matthews, and Frank Gerstle. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Gunsmoke rises today on the CBS Radio Network.
Johnny Dollar.
Hi, Mr. Dollar.
Hi yourself. Who's that?
You know, Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Sure, up here in East North Weldon.
East North what?
And I saved up the money for this long-distance call for my newspapers. Use my own money, because it's very, very important.
Oh, well, I'm sure it is. But now you haven't told me Jimmy who.
Jimmy Carter. You remember the artist.
Artist?
I helped you solve that case about the crook you were looking for up here. Remember?
Oh, sure, in East North Weldon, Massachusetts.
Yes, sir.
Well, what are you calling about, Jimmy?
I can help you solve another case, Mr. Dollar.
Can you? What kind?
Well, it's murder, Mr. Dollar.
What?
Yes, sir. Murder.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The station to which you're listening right now is an affiliate of the CBS Radio Network. That fact makes several important differences in the kind of radio service you receive whenever your dial is set here. Take the matter of news. Over this station, you hear frequent reports gathered by the foremost broadcast news organization, CBS News. Reports supplemented by the perspective commentary of such distinguished newsmen as Edward R. Murrow, Lowell Thomas, and Eric Severide. In addition, of course, this station provides you with late local news so that you may keep up with what's happening in your community. You hear top dramatic programs, comedy, variety, and music to fit your every mood. In addition, this station provides you with further listening entertainment, courtesy of your favorite local broadcast personalities, plus the cream of today's crop of top songs. Well-balanced, highly listenable broadcast fare can come to you only through teamwork, the kind of teamwork made possible by the combined resources of CBS Radio and this station. And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Amalgamated Life Association, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Jimmy Carter matter. It was only last fall that I'd gone to the sleepy little town of East North Weldon up in Massachusetts to run down a heavily bearded man who'd stolen some money a while back from a furniture plant. It was little Jimmy Carter who'd really solved the case for me by drawing some hair and a beard on a poster. A poster of the bald-headed, clean-shaven mayor had shown him up as he looked before as the criminal. Sure, I remember Jimmy Carter.
Well, yes, sir. That's why I'm spending my own money to make this long-distance telephone call from the telephone booth here in the drugstore. Because if you come right up here right away, I can help you solve a murder.
Whose, Jimmy?
But if that murderer ever finds out that I know who he is, well, that's why I think you better come up here right away.
Yeah, well, Jimmy...
See, everybody around here, and even his own insurance company, too, they all thought he just had an accident. His name was Mr. Andrew Parkinson.
Parkinson, I see.
I'm talking kind of fast because I used up all my money in this telephone, but Mr. Dollar, I saw this other man throw him off that bridge.
Did he know you saw him?
Oh, I don't see how he could help it, but he didn't do anything about it, so, well, maybe he didn't see me after all.
All right, what's the name of this other man, the killer?
Well, his name is...
I'm sorry, sir, but your 3 minutes are up.
What?
But, gee, this is all the money I have.
I'm sorry.
Operator.
Okay, I'll hang up then.
The name, Jimmy.
Goodbye, Mr. Dollar. Will you hurry up and come?
The name of the killer.
Goodbye, sir.
No, reverse the charges. Jimmy. Operator. Operator.
Expense account item 1, 10 cents. Phone call to the Auto Club for some route information. Item 2, another dime for a call to Pat McCracken at Universal Adjustment Bureau. It was pretty early in the morning, but fortunately he was in his office.
Yes, Johnny?
Hey, Pat, listen. I'm driving up to Massachusetts fast as I can.
Well, good for you.
Listen, will you?
What?
Andrew Parkinson. Get that?
Yeah, Andrew Parkinson. What about him?
Well, he died a few... Well, that is...
He what?
He died, and, well, it was supposed to be an accident, but Well, anyhow, he's dead.
Johnny, easy. What's this all about?
I want to know who his insurance company is. You're a clearinghouse for that sort of information.
That's right.
Well, will you see if they have a representative or an office up in East North Weldon, Mass?
East North Weldon?
That's right. It's just east of North Weldon.
Oh, no.
You know, up north of Fitchburg.
Oh, that place I have heard of.
Well, somebody in that company called it accidental. But listen, I have reason to think it wasn't.
What?
So if I can contact whoever it is up there, and listen, Pat, there may be a kid's life at stake.
Johnny, this is about as confusing as anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Just get me the name of the company that insured the life of Andrew Parkinson.
Well, whatever you say.
Good.
But it may take a couple of hours.
Okay, just get it for me. I'll call you when I get up there. Item 3, $4 even for a tank full of gas. By the time I got to Fitchburg, it was a little afternoon, thanks to a slight argument with a highway policeman along the way. I made another phone call. Item 4, 55 cents.
Pat McCracken.
Did you find out that insurance company for me?
Oh, Johnny?
That's right.
Ah, yes. It's one of the smaller outfits, Johnny. Does a lot of rural business. Amalgamated Life Association.
Okay, thanks.
Policy on Andrew Parkinson was issued by their local representative, Mr. Waldo Bottomley.
They're in East North Weldon?
That's right.
Good.
And the company's report on Parkinson says that his death was accidental.
It's already been reported?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when did he die, Pat?
Day before yesterday.
And a claim's been filed?
Yes. $10,000 with a double indemnity clause.
Wait a minute. Who's the beneficiary?
Lucius R. Weatherby. Same town.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No, wait a minute, Johnny. Tell me what all
Wait,
this...
nothing. I tell you, a kid's life may be in danger.
What does a kid have to do
Sorry,
with this?
Pat, I gotta hit the road. It was after 2 p.m. when I finally pulled up in front of the combination drugstore and mercantile at the one business corner in the village of East North Weldon. One of the local citizenry, looking slightly under the weather, sat on the rickety porch of the store, hacking away at a stick of wood with an old pocket knife.
Howdy.
Hiya.
You happen to have a little drink about you, sir?
No, but listen, where's the little boy who usually sells newspapers around here? His name is Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, that's right, sir. Jimmy Carter.
Well, have you seen him? Do you know where he is?
Seen him this morning.
But he's not around here now.
Nope.
Do you know where I can find him?
Nope.
Do you know where he lives, where his home is?
Yeah.
Well, where?
Up the street.
Oh, sure. What street?
Spruce. North Spruce.
And the number?
18.
Okay, thanks. Listen, my name is Johnny Dollar. If you see him, please tell him I'm looking for him.
Johnny Dollar, eh?
Yeah.
You, got the price of a drink on you?
Some other time. Just be sure and tell him.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mrs. Carter?
that's right.
My name is Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, where is he? What have you done with him?
What?
Jimmy, my son Jimmy. He said he had to talk to you.
Oh, well, he did. That is, he called me on the
He's
phone.
been just sitting around the house like he was sick or something all day yesterday. And he tossed and turned all night in his sleep.
Mrs. Carter.
Then this morning he jumped up from his breakfast, only he wasn't eating any of it. And he said he had to see you. He had to talk to you. He said he'd be right back.
All right, now
but
listen.
that was early this morning. So when he didn't come back, I went to the school, but he wasn't there. So I went down to the corner where he picks up his papers every noon from the bus. But he hadn't been there.
You're sure?
The papers, the bundle of papers, they were all still there.
Now, listen, Mrs.
And he
Carter.
hasn't come back here. Something's happened to him, Mr. Dollar. Something's happened to Jimmy.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. Coming up to 10 gallons, Mr. Johns. There. To check your oil filter and air filter might pay you $1,000.
How's that?
Well, haven't you heard about Fram's big silver treasure hunt?
Oh, yes. Heard something about it over my car radio this morning. What's it all about?
Well, a regular filter check is so important that Fram Corporation is paying $60,000 to get car owners to check their filters now.
$60,000 in cash?
Yeah, this is Fram's silver anniversary. Last year, 10,000 secretly numbered Fram filters were distributed all over the United States and installed in cars during regular servicing. You may have one in your car and not even know it. A Fram filter cartridge worth 1,000 silver dollars. And if you do, I get $1,000 too.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's check those filters now.
Hurry, folks. You could win up to $1,000 in cash. Join the big Fram treasure hunt. Check your car filters now.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Jimmy Carter Matter.
Jimmy Carter, the cute little kid who'd helped me solve an embezzlement case up in a small New England town with the unlikely name of East North Weldon, who'd call me on the phone to report a murder. But when I got there, Jimmy was gone, disappeared.
Jimmy said he was going to talk to you, Mr. Dollar. But that was early this morning, and he hasn't come back. What did you do with him, Mr. Dollar? Where is he?
Well, I haven't seen him, Mrs. Carter.
But he said
Well,
that he
he,
was
he telephoned to me down in Hartford, asked me to come up here and see him because he asked me to come up and see him.
He idolized you, Mr. Dollar, ever since you were up here last fall. And when he said he had to talk to you, I thought you were already in town again. But I wonder what he was so anxious to see you about.
Oh, well...
And he's been acting very strangely the last day or two. Ever since poor old Mr. Parkinson fell off the bridge and was killed the other night.
How well did he know this man, Parkinson?
Oh, as well as he knew everybody in town, Mr. You don't think his disappearance this way could have anything to do with Mr. Parkinson being killed?
Oh, well, what? How? How could it?
I'm sure I don't know.
Doesn't everybody say Mr. Parkinson's death was an accident?
Yes. Yes, they do. Still.
Oh, now stop worrying, Mrs. Carter. Jimmy will show up. If he doesn't, I'll find him for you.
Oh, dear.
Sure. Jimmy's okay. He'd better be. Jimmy had said he was calling me from a booth at the drugstore. As I drove back to it, I noticed the name of the proprietor on the sign over the fly-specked window. Waldo Bottomley, the man who Pat had said was local representative for the insurance company.
There you are, Mrs. Atterbury. You just tell him to take one of these every 2 hours. By tomorrow, he'll be all right again. Yes, sir?
Mr. Bottomley?
Yes, sir.
My name is Johnny Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator.
I've heard of you, sir.
All right, good. Now, look.
But if you're here in connection with the death of Mr. Parkinson...
Yeah?
Well, in addition to representing Amalgamated Life Association, and the claim on Mr. Parkinson's insurance has already been sent down to Hartford...
I know that.
Well, I'm also the coroner hereabouts.
Then it was you who pronounced his death as accidental?
Yep. After Dr. Herbert examined the body for me.
All right, now listen to me.
Mr. Parkinson was an old man, Mr. Dollar. Had trouble with his feet. Eyesight wasn't so good either.
Mr. Bottomley.
So when he tripped against that old railing on the bridge the other night, and the railing gave way and he fell to the rocks below...
Did anybody you know of actually see him trip and fall?
Well, no, sir.
Well, I think that Parkinson was murdered. And if I can find little Jimmy Carter...
Jimmy?
Have you seen him today? Do you know where he is?
Well, now that you mention him, Mr. Dollar, he should be back from school by now and selling his papers.
I asked you, have you seen him at all today?
Early this morning he was in.
Yeah?
I changed a lot of pennies for him into nickels and dimes and quarters.
All right, and then?
Then he left.
Hey, haven't you got a... Isn't there a phone booth here in the store?
Booth is out the door, Mr. Dollar, around the side of the building.
Then you wouldn't have seen him if Jimmy went out there to make a phone call.
Only one might have seen him is old Lucius Weatherby.
Lucius Weatherby?
The town drunk.
Wait a minute. You talking about that old character sitting out front?
Oh, I've asked him not to sit there in his condition, but now that he's... Well, you see, Lucius is the beneficiary...
Yeah, wait a minute. Lucius Weatherby is the beneficiary of Parkinson's insurance.
Yep, as I was about to say.
No wonder he wouldn't tell me anything about Jimmy.
What's that, sir?
So he killed Parkinson to collect the insurance. Jimmy saw him.
What was that?
Bottomley, I have a few questions I'd like to ask that Lucius Weatherby.
Now, wait, sir.
Yeah?
if you expect old Lucius to remember anything.
You bet I do. Plenty.
Then you'd best take along this bottle of medicinal brandy.
What?
Yes, sir. That'll be $3.75.
Well, break it over his head.
But you don't understand.
No?
He can't remember a thing unless he's had a little... Mr. Dollar!
All right, Weatherby.
Howdy. You changed your mind about buying me a little...
Oh. Where's Jimmy Carter? What did you do with him?
If you don't mind letting go of my collar, sir.
Come on, start talking.
Jimmy?
That's right. Where is he?
Well, sir, I seen him this morning.
You told me that before. Now, what did you do with him?
Well, nothing, sir. I swear.
He came out of the store this morning, went into that phone booth.
Yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, and then what? What did you do?
Now, sir, if I had a little drink, I could remember better.
Come on, you old son, answer me.
Well, he went off in that car.
Car? What car?
Well, he didn't want to, but...
Who?
Well,
Who made him go off in a car?
Well, if I could just remember, it was a man.
Come on, who?
Somebody I know.
Yeah?
I'm sure I could remember if I had a little drink.
Now, you listen to me, you lying...
He's telling you the truth, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, sure he is.
Yes, sir. But if you give him a bit of this medicinal brandy to refresh his memory, truly...
Okay, let me have it.
That'll be $3.75, if you please.
Okay, here.
I'll get you the change.
Don't bother. Because if this doesn't bring the truth out of him, so help me, I'll...
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
When friends drop in, let your hospitality show you're sociable in the modern manner. Pepsi, you know, is the favorite of the smart and young at heart.
Be sociable, look smart, keep up to date with Pepsi. Drink light, refreshing Pepsi. Stay young and fair and debonair. Be sociable, have a Pepsi.
Have you tried a Pepsi lately?
And now, Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
The town drunk, who could only remember things with a drink under his belt. If you ask me, that's a lot of hooey. Nonetheless, item 5, $3.75 for the bottle of what the local druggists call medicinal brandy. Old Lucius Weatherby started lapping it up.
Mighty fine, sir. Mighty fine.
All right, now listen. You listen to me.
I'd better let him have a little more, Mr. Dollar, if he's to remember properly.
Yeah, a little more.
Oh, and here's your change from the
Lucius,
$5.
you say that when Jimmy walked out of the phone booth, he drove away with somebody.
Yeah.
Against his will.
Yeah.
Your change, Mr. Dollar.
Forced little Jimmy right in his car.
Who forced him?
Well, now let me see. His name was...
Yeah?
Oh, you know him, bottomly.
Think, Lucius. Think hard.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now listen, you old son. I want to...
Harvey.
Huh?
It was Harvey.
Harvey who?
Bottomly, you know everybody.
Harvey Willman?
Harvey Willman, yeah.
Who is he?
Well, he's not one of our more respected people, Mr. Dollar.
Respected,
Yeah?
sir.
And come to think of it, I believe he was a distant relative of Mr. Parkinson.
What does he do? Where does he live?
He does nothing, really. He was always trying to beg money from Mr. Parkinson. Never got it, though.
Anybody else?
I asked you, where can I find him? Where does he live?
Witherwind.
That's right. On the old farm out on Winter Avenue. You can tell it by all the new machinery out front.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, your change, Mr. Dollar.
On the way out to Harvey Woolman's farm, I suddenly realized that for once in my life, I'd forgotten to bring along a gun. Judging by all the equipment out front, Woolman must have gone through the Alice Chalmers catalog and taken one of everything. But the farmhouse was nothing but a one-story clapboard shack. Half hidden at the back of it was a beat-up old sedan. Come on, open up. Jimmy! All right, Wellman, open up this door. I'll break it down. Wellman! Okay, brother, you asked for it. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, are you okay? Where's Harp?
Behind you. Back at the door.
Don't move, Dollar. I was afraid the kid got that phone call through to you. Too bad for you, he did.
All right, look, Wellman.
No, don't, Mr. Dollar. He'll shoot you. I know he will. He was going to kill me. He still is.
The kid's right, Dollar. Up against the wall. Face the wall. Put your hands up high against it. Go ahead.
I'm not carrying a gun, woman, if that's what you're worried about.
Now, that's something I'm going to find out for myself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That could be a mistake.
I got the gun!
Ah. Jiu-jitsu, huh?
Not this one. Oh, well.
Mr. Dollar.
Oh.
Mr. Dollar.
Oh, hey, come on now, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, it's okay now. Everything's okay.
He was going to kill me. He was going to kill you.
Oh, look, you and I kind of stopped him in his tracks, didn't we? Hey, you know something, Jimmy? Now you're a real hero. Because this time you trapped a killer for me.
Gee.
Item 6, 4850 for a new sports jacket without holes in it. Yeah, Harvey Woolman had managed to get off that one shot. Item 7, $61 even, a brand new bike for Jimmy. Why? Because he saved the company from having to pay double indemnity. Expense account total, including mileage on my car, $117. Unless you'd like to tack on a little extra fee. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. If your 1957 income was more than $5,000, last year, when you filed your federal income tax report, you had to use Form 1040, the long form. Those who earned $5,000 or less were permitted to use the short form, Form 1040A, if they chose. This year, the Internal Revenue Service is offering taxpayers a new Form 1040A, a simplified form with only 15 lines to fill out. The most important difference about this new form is that those whose 1958 incomes were $10,000 or less, and if you take only standard deductions, you're now permitted to file your return on the new short form 1040A. If you earned over $10,000 during 1958 or intend to itemize your deductions or other income variations, the long form 1040 must be used. The Revenue Service again reminds you to be sure to attach all W-2 withholding tax certificates pertaining to your earnings to the form you intend to file. Send your return to the District Director of Internal Revenue at the appropriate district office. Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, San Francisco, a wonderful town. Yeah, for a murder. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Dick Beals, Larry Dobkin, Forrest Lewis, Edgar Barrier, and Jack Crucian. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Coverly speaking. A father goes to extremes to protect a demented son as suspense follows next on the CBS Radio Network.
WROW, Albany, New York.
Everything is going at Henry S. Mantel's in Latham. Everything must be gone by Tuesday night. Going. Everything must go.
Yes, the values are going at Henry S. Mantel's of Latham. Mantel's is closing its Latham store forever. Everything is being sold at cost or less. Save up to 87% on these famous names: Simmons, Haywood Wakefield, Craner, Lane, and many others. Here are just two of the fantastic values at Mantell's. A three-piece Kraler curved sectional living room suite, regularly $279.95, now $148.77. Inner spring mattresses, all sizes, regularly $29.95, now $17.95. Come out to Mantell's and make an offer. No reasonable offer refused. Remember, Mantell's of Latham closes its doors forever at 10 p.m. Tuesday, March 31st. Convenient terms and free delivery within a 100-mile radius at Mantell's of Latham, south of the Latham Shopping Center, open until 10 p.m. 5:30.
Johnny Dollar.
This is Al Turner at New Britain Mutual.
Hi, Al. What goes with you these days?
Johnny, one of our important clients is very anxious to get in touch with you. Says that she's an old friend of yours.
Oh, who's that?
Her name is Mrs. Virginia Haskell.
Virginia Haskell?
That's right.
Sorry, Al, but I'm afraid I never heard of her.
Before she got married, about a year ago, her name was Van Doren.
Chinny Van Doren?
Yes.
Oh, well, now that's something else again. And I mean something.
Well, then you do know her.
One of the most delectable bits of feminine pulchritude I ever ran up against. Believe me, a young man's fancy didn't have to wait for spring to turn to thoughts of her.
Now, what's that mean?
Oh, Al, even I had serious ideas about that gal at one time.
Oh?
Yeah, right after college. Isn't every kid of that age intrigued by the idea of marrying into a fortune? And very beautiful. At least she was when I knew her.
Still is, Johnny.
So she's married to somebody by the name of Haskell, huh?
Gordon Haskell. They live on Birch Brook Road, down in Bronxville, New York.
Funny.
What?
Well, when I knew her, that blonde charmer didn't have eyes for anybody but Paul Snowden.
Who's Paul Snowden?
Childhood sweetheart, that sort of thing. Poor boy, making good on his own, you know the bit.
Ah, yes. Too proud to marry her because of her money.
But she swore that she'd never marry anybody else, that he was her one true love. But I guess she changed her mind. What did she want to see me about, Al?
She didn't say. She did make it clear, however, that it has to do with some of the family insurance.
Well, that's as good an excuse as any.
Well, then, do you want to run on down there?
For a longing look at the gorgeous Ginny Van Doren? But it'll cost you money, Al.
Listen, Johnny, with the premiums we get for all the insurance she carries, life, house, property, and so on, the sky's the limit.
Brother, have you stuck your neck out?
Well, now, that doesn't mean you have
Albert,
to...
I'll be in touch.
Bob Bailey in the intriguing adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the New Britain Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the wayward heiress matter. I decided it might be handy to have my own car along for this one, so expense account item 1, $4.25 for a tank full of gas. I picked up the freeway and headed south and west to fashionable Westchester County, New York. To me, Bronxville has always been one of New York's most charming suburbs. Only about 20 miles north of the big city, it's full of beautiful homes with lots of trees and expensive landscape properties. There's a lot of wealth in Bronxville. The Haskell home on Birch Brook Road was a huge English-type affair, built of stone and stucco, the kind of place that'll last 100 years. 18 or 20 rooms, I'd guess, and surrounded by well-kept lawns and flower gardens, oak and sycamore trees and neatly trimmed hedges. Yep, a big hunk of the Van Doren oil money must have gone into it, unless young Haskell was mighty rich. Virginia, looking every bit as beautiful as I'd remembered her from college back in the Midwest, greeted me like a long-lost, well, brother, darn it.
And, Johnny, I'm so glad you could come. I'm worried, sick.
Worried about what, Jenny?
Gordon, my husband.
Well, look, it's none of my business, but it kind of surprised me to learn you'd married somebody other than Paul Snowden.
It's Paul who has me worried, Johnny.
Oh?
Yes.
How?
Well, back in the old days in college, I wasn't interested in anybody in the world but Paul. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I remember. The rest of us couldn't get to first base with you.
I loved him, Johnny. And I hoped that as soon as he could get established in a business of some kind, he'd ask me to marry him.
Well, what stopped him, Jenny?
Money. When Father died and all the Van Doren money came to me, Paul suddenly changed. He stopped seeing me. He even avoided me. So then, well, I guess what I did was make a mistake.
What was that?
I went to see him at his little plant there in Chicago.
Chicago?
That's where we were living then. And Johnny, the only reason he stayed there was to be close to me.
So you went to see him?
Yes. And I proposed to him.
Oh?
Also, well, this was the big mistake. I offered to finance the machine tool business that he was trying so hard to build up. But he didn't like that and told me so. I'm afraid there was quite a scene there.
You've just been looking down your nose at me all these years. It's been nothing but pity.
Paul!
Yeah, poor, timid little me. Needs help. Maybe needs mothering by somebody who pities him. By somebody who can afford to support him.
Paul, that isn't true.
Then why do you come offering help, offering money? I don't want pity. Somebody holding up my head for me. I've got to work this out alone. It may take me a long time, but I'm not going to... Oh, I'm sorry, Jenny, but don't you see I love you? I'll never love anybody else.
Then why don't you let me
Don't you understand? I'll never get anywhere on your charity. You're feeling sorry for me.
Paul, darling, please.
All right. All right, the less we see of each other now, the better. Maybe sometime, but... Well, no, not now. Find somebody else, Jenny. Somebody who can give you the things you need and want. Now,
Uh-huh. A little too much pride for his own good, I'd say.
It upset me terribly, Johnny. Especially when he told me to go out and find somebody else.
But I take it you did.
Then Gordon came along. Sort of caught me on the rebound, I guess. Tall, good looking. He fell in love with me the first time we ever met. I guess he kind of swept me off my feet.
But now that the honeymoon's over...
He's been wonderful to me. And I love Gordon, Johnny. I love him very much.
As much as Paul?
Not perhaps in the same way. But we're very happy together. And there's never been any strain or tension because of this difference in our fortunes.
Gordon isn't wealthy either?
Well, he hasn't what I have, of course.
But he manages to get along.
And I'm being a good wife to him.
Oh, I'm sure you are, Jenny.
And don't you see, if Paul, because of his jealousy, were to kill Gordon...
Jenny, you mean you honestly believe he might?
Yes. That's exactly what I mean. That's why I sent for you.
But good heavens, gal.
Oh, Johnny, you've got to stop him.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar and the Wayward Heiress Matter.
All right, now, Jenny, listen to me.
It's true, Johnny. I'm sure of it. Paul Snowden has come here to kill my husband.
He's told you as much?
Haven't you been listening to me?
Well, of course I have.
Maybe my marriage to Gordon was on the rebound, on the spur of the moment. Call it anything you like, but it was Paul who turned me down.
At least for the time being.
I told you what he said.
And simply because of a misguided sense of pride, because you had money and he didn't.
Yes.
Well, how did Paul take it when he learned that you were going to marry Gordon, I mean?
He was terribly angry. He made all sorts of wild threats.
Well, now, that doesn't necessarily...
He said that he would kill anybody else who married me, and he will, Johnny.
Does he know Gordon?
He's never seen him.
But he wants to kill him? Oh, Jenny, that doesn't make any sense.
Don't you understand? It was to get away from Paul that Gordon and I came here to get married and settle down.
Well, because you were afraid you might still be in love with Paul.
It isn't a very nice thing to say, Johnny.
But it could be true, couldn't it? Is Gordon in business here in the East?
Well, I've helped him to start one, Johnny. A little importing business.
What did he do before? Jenny?
Well, his family had quite a bit of money once. But they lost it all in some bad speculations. And Well, if you must know, Gordon just sort of played around for a while.
Did Paul know all this?
I don't know.
Because if he did, maybe you shouldn't blame the poor, hard-working guy for not liking him.
But Gordon is good, and he's good to me.
He's good to you. Seems to me you're the one
You
who
mustn't say that, Johnny. He is good to me. And he's all I have now. If only Paul hadn't found out where we've come to live.
Oh, look, Jenny, I'm an insurance investigator, not a love counselor, and... Oh, what's the matter?
Don't you believe me? All I've told you? Or are you just trying to be very cold-blooded about this?
Jenny!
All right, then. This happens to be a cold-blooded insurance matter. For the simple reason that Gordon's life is insured. And if you have no heart, if all you can think about is business, all right. It's your job to keep Paul from killing Gordon.
Now, listen, Jenny, you've been married nearly a year. Nothing's happened, nothing at all. Yet now, all of a sudden...
Because Paul has come here. He telephoned me. And there can be only one reason why he's here.
I doubt that. But where is he?
In New York, at a hotel.
What hotel?
He didn't say.
Well, is he coming out here to the house?
He said he wouldn't come until he could be sure that Gordon was here.
And then?
Then to prepare for the worst. Those were his very words, Johnny. Prepare for the worst.
Wasn't Gordon here when he phoned?
Yes, but I didn't tell him that.
Where's Gordon now?
Over in Larchmont at the Beverly Arms.
In hiding, in other words.
I want him to stay there until something can be done about Paul, that's all.
Well, if Paul's so all-fired determined...
He is, Johnny. He always was.
That could be a pretty admirable quality, Jenny.
Of course it is. But when he's determined to do such a horrible... Johnny, I don't understand you, the way you're taking all this. Are you going to help me or aren't you?
Yes. Okay, Jenny, I'll see what I can do. If by any chance what you suspect is true, if Paul really has come here to get him...
Of course he has. Paul doesn't give up, no matter what he set out to do.
Which is to say that sooner or later, if you'd kept your head, if you hadn't gone off the deep end, if you had waited and married him, Jenny...
I know, I should have. I should have waited for him, no matter how long it took. And...
Yeah? And what?
No, Johnny, I didn't mean that. I'm married to Gordon now, and I must protect him.
Okay, then. The first thing to do is get him over here.
What?
Sure. If Paul's staying undercover, it's the only way to bring him out in the open.
But if anything happens to
Like
Gordon...
you say, it's my job to see that it doesn't. I'll see you later. Yeah, like I've said many times before, in this business of mine, you run into some real wildies, and this was one of them. Made me feel like an advice to the love shorn column. And it was pretty obvious that Ginny was still in love with Paul, that she was sorry she had married and was supporting this Gordon Haskell, who, incidentally, must have been a smart cookie to have caught her on the rebound, latched onto her and her fortune. But she'd made her bed, and by golly, out of nothing but stubborn pride, she was going to lie in it. It was well after dark by the time I left her, and as I walked out to my car, I decided that what I'd better do first was to locate Paul Snowden, somewhere in some hotel in New York City. Find out what this whole crazy affair was really all about. But then, as I reached for the door handle on my car...
Just a minute.
Huh? Yeah?
I've been waiting for you.
Oh? Who are you? As if I couldn't guess.
Mister, I found out all about you, why you came here.
Me? Oh, well, now,
if
just
you
a
don't
minute.
believe me, take a look at these photostats from the police files in half a dozen western states.
Well, now, just take it easy. Let me put on the dash light so I can take a look at them.
You'll have plenty of time to look at them when I'm through with you.
Well, just a minute.
Mister, I ought to kill you. All right, now. You want some more?
Johnny, what on earth's going on out there?
Huh?
Johnny?
What?
Johnny!
Oh, no.
Paul! Paul, what have you done to Johnny Dollar? Johnny! Oh, dear, this is terrible.
Well, it ain't exactly good.
That was Paul. I saw him.
Yeah, so I figured.
He must have found out that I sent for you. Why, if I hadn't come out of the house to see what the noise was all about, he might... Don't you see, Johnny? Don't you believe me now when I say he's come here to kill Gordon?
Jenny, I guess if you didn't convince me, Paul has.
Act 3 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I went back into the house with Ginny's help, and a good stiff drink plus her tender menstruations brought me back to normal. I suppose I could make all sorts of excuses about having been caught off guard, but I won't. Paul Snowden had a good pair of fists, and he knew how to use them. My plan had been to call on the New York City police for help in locating Paul, but now this had suddenly become a personal matter. And yet, wait a minute. Ginny.
Yes, Johnny. Are you feeling...
Listen, didn't you tell me that Paul and your husband Gordon didn't know each other, had never met?
Yes.
What about those papers, the photostats?
Papers?
And we've been thinking that Paul jumped me because he'd found out you'd called me in to protect Gordon.
Of course.
Well, it just happens we were wrong.
Oh, Johnny, I don't understand.
Listen, I'll be right back.
But, Johnny, he may still be out there somewhere.
I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Well, but, Johnny, don't you...
I found no sign of Paul or the papers he'd shoved at me. But I was certain that he was still in the neighborhood, waiting. But not for me. I jumped into my car, drove away, then circled around the block, parked, and sneaked into the house the back way.
Johnny! I thought it was Gordon coming in this back door. I phoned him that Paul had been here.
Yeah? What'd he say?
Only that until Paul is taken care of, he'd better get out of town. But, Johnny, that's such a...
Oh, great. And yet, if he plans on being away for any length of time... Excuse me a minute. Yeah, there was a chance, a bare chance, that this whole thing could come to a head very quickly, with a bit of luck. I opened the front door, then called out into the darkness beyond the porch. Paul? Paul Snowden. This is Johnny Dollar. If you're out there, stick around. Now listen, I'm leaving this front door unlocked, so use your own judgment. I went back into the library. Standing there with Ginny was a man, a few years older, slightly gray around the temples. He had a worried, furtive look about his eyes. He was momentarily startled when I walked in on him.
Johnny. Gordon, this is Johnny Dollar.
Hiya, Gordon.
He sneaked in the back way, Johnny.
But I'm not staying around to get killed. Now, listen, Virginia.
Gordon, it'll be all right now.
No, I don't know who Dollar is or why you've called him in, but I'm not staying around here with Paul Snowden gunning for me.
You're afraid of him, Gordon?
Wouldn't you be? Come on, Virginia. Open up the safe. You've got plenty of money in it, I know.
But look, darling...
Come on, get it for me. Give it to me.
But to run away like this...
Oh, because Paul wouldn't run away.
You know that isn't what I mean.
Give me the money, Virginia. Or do you want a dead husband on your hands? Well...
Now listen, Gordon.
You listen. This is none of your business.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Well, I am, Virginia.
Now, just a minute.
Will you keep out of this?
No.
Oh, yes, you will. You see what I mean?
Gordon, that gun...
Give me that money so I can save my life.
Put that thing down, Gordon.
Stand back, Dollar. I'll pull this trigger.
Brother, that's what you think.
Yes? Oh, I'll kill you.
Thanks, Paul.
I aimed low, Dollar. I'm afraid he'll live.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Should have killed him, I guess. But I'd rather see him face the courts.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Those photostats you have?
Yeah. Police files all over the West. He has a record as long as your arm, under various names. Wealthy women. Married them, took their money.
Oh, no.
Yes, Jenny. And some of them... Well, he killed them.
Paul, I didn't know.
I
didn't know.
I'm sorry, Dollar, about what happened outside earlier, but in the darkness, I thought you were Gordon.
It's, okay, Paul. You've, more than made up for it. Well, maybe Paul and Ginny will finally get together for keeps. I don't know. I don't even know whether I care. I'm just glad I wasn't involved. That is, any more than I was. Expense account total, including mileage of my car back to Hartford, a lousy $10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Our star will return in just a moment. Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a sweet little old lady involved in one of the dirtiest rackets I know. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood and is written, produced, and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Les Tremaine, Sam Edwards, and James McCallion. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
Johnny Dollar.
Les Walters, Johnny, at Worldwide Mutual.
Well, hi, Les.
Say, I heard your report on that man who disappeared up in Eugene, Oregon a couple of weeks ago.
Jonathan Doe?
Yeah.
The man who never really existed?
That's right.
That was a pretty rough one, Les.
I can believe that. So it ought to be a lot easier for you to find a man who does exist. Or who did.
Well, which is it?
I wish I knew. His name is Elmer Loomis. Leumas.
Loomis. So what happened?
I told you he disappeared.
I mean, what have you got to go on? Leads, clues, whatever you want to call them.
Well, that's the funny part of it.
Yeah?
Nothing, Johnny. Absolutely nothing to go on.
You call that funny?
So maybe you better come on over here. We can talk about it.
Well, now, Les.
Yeah?
So maybe you're right.
And now, Act One of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Worldwide Mutual Insurance Company, Home Office, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Loomis matter, spelled Leumas. No leads at all, huh? Well, at least it gives me a clean, uncluttered start. So, expense account item 1, $1.10 for a taxi to the office of Worldwide Mutual in the Sperling Building down on the square.
Hi, Johnny. I suppose I could have saved time by telling you over the phone just to pack your bags and head on down to Vineland, but sit down.
Thanks. Vineland, New Jersey?
That's right. About halfway between Philadelphia and Atlantic City.
Yeah, Les, I know the place. I handled a couple of... Hey, wait a minute. You said Loomis?
That's right, Elmer Loomis, the man who disappeared.
Isn't there a Loomis glass company in Vineland?
One of the biggest. Up till a few years ago when he retired, Elmer Loomis was the sole owner of it.
And he must be plenty wealthy, huh?
Millions.
Which offers a lot of possible reasons for his disappearance.
That's right.
Okay, then, Lester, tell me all.
I thought I made myself clear, Johnny, when I said I should have sent you right on down there to Vineland, because all I know about him is that he's wealthy, retired, sportsman, yachtsman, that sort of thing, and he suddenly vanished.
How old a man is he?
Well, according to this copy of the policy, he's 59.
Straight life?
Straight life.
And who stands to benefit if his body just happens to turn up somewhere dead?
His wife, Lena.
How old is she?
Let's see, she was 30 last June.
Aw.
That's right. And incidentally, I understand she's quite a beauty. At least according to Harry Ware, who sold the policy.
Incidentally, huh?
What do you mean by that?
Oh, use your head, Les. Young, attractive woman, wealthy husband, nearly twice her age. Here we go again.
Now, don't go jumping to conclusions, Johnny.
Oh, no, of course not.
Of course not.
But just how soon do you suppose I can make connections to Vineland, New Jersey? Item 2, $4 even for a couple of taxi fares. One back to my apartment where I packed a bag, the other out to Bradley Field. Item 3, $12.55 for a plane to Philadelphia. Item 4, there in the city of brotherly love, $50 deposit on a rental car. After a late and hasty lunch, that's item 5, 2 1/4, I drove across the Delaware River Bridge and picked up Route 47. South Jersey is flat as a pancake, but full of beautiful homes and rich farmland, occasional cranberry bogs, and lots of big poultry farms and peach orchards. So the drive was a pleasant one. Then, in Vineland, the so-called heart of sunny southern Jersey, I went straight to police headquarters, a block off Landis Avenue, the main drag. I contacted Sergeant Louis Tomaso, with whom I'd worked before. As usual, he was right on the ball.
Kind of had a hunch you might be dragged in on this. How are you, Johnny?
Well, pretty good, Louis. Or rather, I'm not so sure. You have any real leads on this case?
Johnny?
Yeah?
Let me hand you a thought for the day.
Okay, shoot.
Don't be surprised when you find that Lena Loomis isn't at all broken up over this loss of her husband, because she isn't. If you ask me, she's downright tickled to death about it.
Is that your snide way of telling me that she's interested in somebody else? Somebody closer to her own age?
Johnny, if I could find out who that somebody else is, but who knows, maybe there isn't any. Or maybe there's a dozen of them. I don't know. This gal is the social type. One big party after another, night after night, month after month, ever since they got married.
And Loomis?
Couldn't stay far enough away from it all. Spend most of his time off on hunting or fishing trips or out on his yacht.
Funny that he ever married her in the first place.
Well, when a gorgeous young charmer starts cooing at a poor, lonely widower, nearly 60, well, what do you expect?
Apparently all she cared about was getting her hooks on his money.
What else?
When did he go?
10 days ago. Got up, had breakfast, announced he was going to spend the day in Philadelphia. Walked out the front door, and that was the last anybody ever saw.
And what about enemies, Lou?
Not a one that anybody knows.
I mean, any reason to think he might have been hauled off and murdered?
The only reason to think he wasn't is the fact he took some luggage, some clothing with him.
Well, that doesn't prove anything. You've questioned his wife, of course.
Yeah. When you get through talking to her, you'll know just as much or as little as I do.
Well, how about his favorite hunting and fishing spots?
Check them all, favorite and otherwise. Nothing.
You say that he owns a yacht.
Owned.
Huh?
A sailboat, a big one. Kept it down in the little town of Tuckahoe on the Tuckahoe River.
So?
He just happened to have sold that yacht 2 days before he disappeared.
Oh.
Johnny, we haven't a single solitary thing to go on.
You sure about that, Lou?
What do you mean?
Not even his wife?
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment. And now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Loomis Matter.
Expense account item 6580, dinner for Sergeant Louis Tomaso and myself at the East Landis Hotel there in Vineland, New Jersey. Then he gave me some directions, and I left him and drove east on Landis Avenue. In case you're interested, I found out that a guy by the name of Landis founded this fair city. The Loomis home was a massive red brick affair set in the middle of, well, it must have been nearly an acre of huge lawns and trees and flower beds. 25 or 30 rooms, I'd guess, really a mansion. And the long, broad driveway was lined with maple trees. In other words, there was money here, plenty. As for Lena Loomis, wowee. If she was 30, believe me, she didn't look it. And, brother, she had everything. She was tall, lithe, and brunette, with just enough makeup to enhance her soft and gently tanned complexion. She wore a pair of sleek blue velvet capris and a light silk blouse. A subtle touch of arpege that, well, at the risk of sounding repetitious, wowie.
Well, come in, Johnny.
Yeah. How an old codger, wealthy or not, could ever rate something like this. And framed there in the doorway and a trace of moonlight filtering through the trees, believe me.
Johnny?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Loomis.
Mrs. Loomis? And with that look in your eye? It's Lena, and you know it, and come in.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Oh, darn it, you would come the one night when I'm not having a party. In here, Johnny.
Yeah.
The place is dead as a doornail. Then I suppose I have to give the servants some time off. Sit down, huh? Like a drink?
Yeah, I think I could use it. No, thanks.
Not even to keep me company? Scotch and soda?
A light one.
Now, I just knew that was you I saw down on Landis.
What? What'd you say?
I say I just knew you'd be coming down here to investigate Elmer's disappearance. So when you rang the doorbell just now, I wasn't the least bit surprised.
Oh, that's so?
Elmer was always a great fan of yours. Your radio program, I mean. Where you tell about all those cases you solved. That's why I knew you the second I saw you.
I see. Well, now, Lena.
Johnny, I'm so fed up with answering questions about him. That Louis Tomaso from the police department has just about driven me crazy with him. He is kind of a cute guy, though, isn't he? Do you know him?
Well, as a matter of fact, I talked with him just before.
Here's your drink.
Oh, thanks.
Bottoms up.
Huh? These glasses must hold about a quart.
Oh, well, you know what I mean. Skull.
Yeah, skull.
Now, Johnny, I don't know how much Louis told you about Elmer vanishing this way, but whatever it was, there's nothing more I can tell you. He's gone. That's all. And you know something? I don't mind a bit.
Yeah, well, I kind of had a
If they
notion
find
that...
his body lying around somewhere, well, just look at all it gets me. This home and property and all the stock in the glass company he sold and money. More money, Johnny, than you could even imagine.
Yeah, and I believe that his insurance amounts
Oh,
to
the
quite a lot.
insurance. Oh, that's nothing compared to all the money he has lying around in banks all over the place. It'll all be mine. And if you don't think I know how to use it...
You know, there are a couple of things that might put a crimp in your plans, Lena.
What Lena wants, Lena gets. Why do you think I ever married Elmer in the first place? Ooh, Elmer. Isn't that a terrible name?
Suppose I find out that he's been murdered.
Now, who would ever want to murder poor, sweet old Elmer, and why?
Oh, maybe to get hold of all this money you've been talking about.
Of course not. I told you I get everything.
That's exactly what I
If
was...
he just doesn't show up after 7 years, well, you know, the statute of limitations.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And what if he does come back? You know, suffering from amnesia, or maybe he was in an accident somewhere, you know.
Wow.
So I'll do what I can to keep him happy as long as he lives, and then I'll have it all. I don't love him, Johnny, not a bit. But I do try to keep him happy. It's the least I can do.
Lena...
And then when he dies, well, like I said...
Lena, listen to me.
He's a handsome old dog. I'll say that for him. You see? There in that picture on the table beside you.
Yeah, I see, but now listen...
Tall and wiry with that big shock of hair.
Yes, I see it.
But why he kept that mustache and Van Dyke? Well, they made him look even older than he was. I mean, than he is.
What did you mean, was?
What?
Now, Lena, listen. There are some things I want to know.
How about another drink?
For instance, your husband had a yacht.
Oh, didn't you know? He sold it just before he disappeared.
To whom?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Well, it was some man by the name of... Well, here's the bill of sale. His name is Samuel Remley.
Remley.
Right here. R-E-M-L-E, Samuel Remley.
At Tuckahoe, New Jersey.
So now you've asked a question, you've got an answer, so let's have another drink, huh?
So help me, I simply couldn't pin her down to answering my questions. After a solid hour of trying, all I ended up with was an invitation to stick around for a big party she was throwing the following night. Young, charming, attractive, yes. But trying to make sense with her was a lost cause. Finally, standing out at the front door ready to leave, I decided to switch my tactics.
You can't mean that.
That is exactly what I mean, because from what you've told me, what little you've told me, there's only one conclusion I can draw.
John.
And you somehow contrived to have your husband done away with, to get your hands on all that money you've been yapping about.
Don't you see I get it all anyway, sooner or later?
Well, why wait, huh?
Even if I have to wait out the 7 years for that statute of limitations. Now listen, Johnny.
Yeah?
I don't like this. I don't like the way you're accusing me. You're threatening me.
That's right. I gave you all the chance I could to cooperate, but you wouldn't take...
Now, you just get out. You get out of here.
Sure, for the time being.
No. You stay away from me. Don't you ever come back
You
here.
better play it my way, Lena.
No. Get out.
Oh, well.
Hey, just a minute, buddy.
Oh? Who are you?
Me? I just happened to be looking out for Mrs. Loomis.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I don't like what I was hearing just now.
Oh, that's too bad. Now, if you get out of my way.
Oh, no, you don't, Buster.
Oh, no.
Jerry?
Jerry.
That's right, me.
Of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. When I came to, my card case was gone. There was a lump on my head that must have been made by a blackjack. And inside my head was the solid conviction that Lena Loomis was, without question, responsible for the disappearance, possibly the murder of her husband. I climbed painfully back into my car, drove to the hotel, and after a dirty look from the night clerk, got a room and hit the sack. Early the next morning, I was down at police headquarters.
Well, not having had a good look at him, you don't give us much to go on.
Yeah, well, look, if you pick them up, Lou, let me take care of them.
Now, Johnny...
Let's just say I want to question them.
Did you get anywhere with Mrs. Loomis?
Oh, Lou, the only question I got straight answers for was... Hey, wait a minute. Yeah. The yacht. Did you check out that yacht?
I told you Loomis sold it just before he disappeared. I saw the bill of sale on it myself.
Yeah, so did I. But, Louie, I got a hunch. How far is Tuckahoe?
35 miles. He kept the boat at Wilson's Landing.
Good.
Now listen, Johnny.
Lou, I'm going to play this hunch for all it's worth. It was more than a hunch, because it had to do with a rather strange and interesting combination of names. And the more I thought about it, well, I made tracks to the little town of Tuckahoe, to Wilson's Landing on the Tuckahoe River.
Here you are, Mr. Dollar. Right here is where the Lena was tied up.
But the owner, this Mr. Remley, he took it out last night?
Yes, sir.
Did you know the previous owner?
No, I'm kind of new here. But the boss must have. Captain Wilson.
Where is he?
Been down to Atlantic City the past week.
All right. What does this Samuel Remley look like?
Well, Mr. Remley's an old man, about 60.
Yeah?
Tall, slim, kind of wiry.
Full head of hair, a mustache, and a little Van Dyke beard?
Oh, no, sir. Mr. Remley's clean shaved and wears a butch.
Well, now listen.
Yes, sir?
Do you know where he headed for when he took off last night?
No, I don't, sir.
Then show me the nearest telephone. Item 7, $3 for telephone calls. I hit pay dirt on the fourth one to the Coast Guard station at Cape May.
Why, yes, Mr. Dollar. The Lena pulled in here a couple hours ago.
Good.
She's tied up at the clubhouse dock. I can see her from here.
Then, Captain, I'll be right down there. The highway police must have all been looking the other way, for I'm sure I deserved a handful of tickets for speeding on the trip down to Cape May. And there I found the Lena, tied up and taking on supplies. The owner? Well, when I told him who I was, he spread his hands quietly, smiled, led me down into the cabin, and poured a couple of drinks.
Salute, Mr. Dollar.
Salute, Mr. Well, is it Loomis or Remley?
Either. The names tip you off?
It took a while to get through this thick skull of mine, but, well, the rather unusual spelling of your right name, Leumas.
Yes. And spelled backward, it comes out Samuel.
Elmer spelled backward comes out Remley. Elmer Loomis, Samuel Remley.
So obvious, I hoped it might be overlooked. But... Oh, incidentally, I'm sorry about Pete and Jerry.
Pete and Jerry?
The bodyguards I left for Lena. Unknown to her, of course.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to meet those boys again.
But I wanted to be sure she'd be watched over while I was away, taking time to really figure out what to do about her, about our rather pitiful relationship.
That's the reason for the disappearing act?
Yes. I knew that if I suggested just going away alone, she wouldn't hear of it. So...
And you were staying right here in Tuckahoe?
Old Cap Wilson at the landing knew who I was, of course. But nobody else did after I cut my hair and beard. Nobody else had really known me there anyway.
So then last night you took off?
When the boys came down and told me... Oh, here, by the way, you'd better have your credentials back.
Oh, thanks. Where were you going?
I don't know. Most anywhere. I might have realized I wouldn't get away from you, though. I'm a great admirer of yours, Dollar.
Well, thanks.
So, what now?
You've, had time to make up your mind? About your wife, I mean?
No. Yes, I suppose so.
Well, I don't know of any formal charges I ought to make against you. Of course, the Vineland police.
I'll somehow try to make up to them for all the trouble I've caused them. Would you like to sail back to Tuckahoe?
No, thanks. I've got my car. And who knows? Maybe you'd like a little more time to think. Alone. So, it wasn't much of a case after all. The two thugs, Sergeant Louis locked them up for assault, and I guess that'll have to do for them. As for Loomis and his wife, well, I'm glad it isn't my problem. Expense account total, including the trip back to Hartford, $89.50. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.